we might see a candle forming maybe like, like this, right? When this wick was formed down at the bottom, this bottom wick is a low formed on the 4-hour time frame. And the year before that, right? This is where I've made most of that profits. Now, what will this look like on the 30-minute time? Like, like this, right? When this wick was formed down at the bottom, this bottom wick is a low formed on the 4-hour time frame. And the year before that, right? This is where I've made.
It's about to go down. The Asian session host Mac, live and lit. Baby. So we're gonna go live right now, guys. Go ahead and look up the link. It's look it up right now. That it's your favorite Asian host Mac on the fucking live. So definitely we're gonna go live right now, guys. Already setting this up. How cute that guy is. That's me. Go ahead and tune in on YouTube. It's gonna be under. Let me check it out real quick. Under that. Favorite Asian host Mac on the fuck. All right, guys, it's your favorite Asian host. I'm not Asian, but I host it, baby. It's Mac. I'm gonna go ahead and share the link with you guys. I'm already live and lit. This is on YouTube, so you guys can go ahead and tune in. Just go on your YouTube and search for this right here. Boom. So we got 4 minutes. Start tuning in. Favorite Asian host. I'm not Asian, but I host it, baby. It's Mac. I'm gonna go ahead and share the link with you guys. I'm already live and lit. This is on YouTube, so you guys can go ahead and. All right, guys, it's your favorite Asian host. I'm not Asian, but I host it, baby. It's Mac. I'm gonna go ahead and share the link with you guys. I'm already live and lit. This is on YouTube, so you guys can go ahead and. All right, guys, it's your favorite Asian host. I'm not Asian, but I host it, baby. It's Mac. I know. My mic's still on. Just give me 1 second. I don't really need to put on the headsets, but just type in W. If you can hear me, type in W like that. W. Yeah, it's good enough. You don't have to see the whole thing here. Let's see. Hopefully we're streaming in 4K. Give me 1 second. Let's check this out. What's up, buddy? Let me check it out on my phone. See how it looks. Can you guys see the screen good? Can you guys see the screen good? I'll take that as a yes. Yes, yes. There's a slight delay here. I don't know why. Cause let me go do my speed test quick. See what's up. Because I'm running parallels and I'm running a lot of shit too. So speed test. I'm fucking lit, baby. This shit's fucking high as shit right now. See the upload. Upload is not as much because I'm streaming right now, but overall speed is pretty late, it's pretty litty. So let me put it on the Zoom, just so you guys can see me, see what I'm doing, what I'm doing. I'm at all okay. Ready? Fuck. Ask it. Waiting room. No, no waiting room. So everyone could just jump the fuck in, bro. Like,
Morning, bro.
yo, what's poppin'? Entry, yes. You guys can see me good on the Zoom. Perfect. Kidding?
Yeah, man.
All right, cool. Cool. So I'm gonna share my screen here. So it's gonna be desktop on. Just use the browser. So you guys can see me on YouTube. Good. Can you guys see the squad on this side? Perfect. Let me move this down because then this shit says live. Killing it like that. Oh shit, I'm streaming pretty good right now. 12, about to be 13 megabits per second on the upload. Files, baby. Fucking Verizon should fucking sponsor me for real. So then again, guys, it's Mac, your Asian host. I'm not Asian, but I hosted, baby. So let's go ahead and get it popping. We're looking at GJ right now. Overall, GJ right now, trend is bearish. We started the week with this minor gap here. So you could go look on your MetaTrader. You're gonna see this gap. Gap got filled on Monday after London closed. Good about maybe 120 pips, I'd say. Right. So after that, we created a lower high. Uh, as we're starting to change trends from bullish to bearish at the end of the year, we want to be aware of that. So let me go ahead and mark up your highs and lows so you guys can see more or less what I'm talking about. The fuck is this? Oh, I don't want no credit cards. So let me go ahead and mark this annotate. So basically, start of the week was here. We want to go ahead and make sure we notate that we created a lower high at this point. Then a lower low was created at this point when support was being formed. And again, we went up again, making a lower high. And then again, a lower low at 138 flat. And now we're expecting to respect this area and create the next lower high for GJ to either continue ranging or head down and break previous lows, right? So it's Asian. Then again, we still gotta wait until 8 p.m. For the market to be completely open. Um, if you trade right now, your spreads are super high, so we don't want to go ahead and encourage that. I'll be looking also at gold. So let me reopen the tab here. Gold right now, like I said, it failed to break higher than 1906. Um, Sunday open, we did get a slight push to the upside, to $7 move. It was pretty nice. I actually caught that, so it was it was good. I did believe that we were gonna continue up due to fundamentals and economic data. We rejected 1907, 1906, and we plummeted down to 1855. A nice $60 move, 600 pips right there. I got stopped out right at 1895. So after that, I stopped looking for trades as it started to consolidate between 1875 and 1886, right? But overall, looking at it on the higher time frames, I was looking at gold and looking at this as we broke 1900. This is a huge gap. Like Donald Trump says, huge, up to 1958. That's a main key area. So we're gonna go ahead and mark that up as well. With a nice little rejection zone. I don't know how you guys want to do it, but I usually do this. Based on the current price at that time. I try to go ahead and get an average. So at this point, it was 1958 for me, and of course, draw my zone of rejection. So once you draw your zone of rejection, you have at least between let's say from here it's about 20 pips up and 20 pips down. On GJ, I usually do 10 pips up and 10 pips down. So let's go ahead and keep that as it is, and roll over a little bit and try to fix this as well, so it could match the previous zone of either support or resistance, right? So here as well, take this one out, and I want to go ahead and draw also a zone of rejection here, just in case we start to come up again, right? As of right now, we're still bearish, but based on what I'm seeing on the higher time frames, we're creating a trend which is bullish. The smaller time frames, we're bearish, but based on what I'm seeing right now, we're creating higher highs and higher lows on the 4-hour. On the 30-minute, we are basically just ranging between 1867 and 1858. I haven't been on the charts lately. It's about to be Christmas, so I want to try to stay away from them as much as possible, because these are not very good conditions for us to trade in, right? As retail traders. But let me go ahead and extend my zones, just so you guys can see more or less how I trade and how I mark up my charts. And this spike to the downside, I'm actually gonna mark it right here. It didn't hit my key level, but I'm gonna just move it a little bit, right? It's like cheating $1 to $2 right here. Anyway, let me just continue moving this. If the zone of rejection is very thin like that, it means that it came from a smaller time frame, like the 30-minute or the 15. This one, let me go ahead and take it out just to get more range. This one, it's 1833, so it's very important as well. Come on, guys, please mute yourself if you come in or you're not using a mic. I don't have acoustics in my room, in the office. But overall, looking at GJ, I'm expecting to get some rejection around this area, 138 flat, and from here continuing down as we could create a lower high. But then again, I'd rather wait until 8 p.m. and just see how the market structure is being formed, and from there we could decide to take a position. So I mentioned to you guys before, we shouldn't be trading at at full potential or full margin, or trying to use your lot sizes, as the market conditions are not optimal, and then again we don't want to fuck our accounts up, right? Especially when the holidays are coming, we get fucking depressed and shit. Like, oh fuck, I just blew up $1,000 in 2 seconds. Anyway, let me mark this up as well. I don't need this, but just for future references, I want to set up my targets as we come down. This area right here of support will be perfect, as it's close to 137.800. And then down below here, which is 137.500. Take this one out. Just keep it as it is, right? Overall, we still have this range. This is a 80 pip range, which is a nice range to trade in case we decide to break structure and continue up, right? We still on Tuesday, so we still got what, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to trade. So don't rush things. Don't try to swing anything for now. You know, you just get your fucking 10 pips and book it. Call it a day. It's clear. I think it's better to have the charts on white as I have them, because you know it's Asian, it's kind of dark, it's nice, gloomy, and we need some kind of we need some energy here. You know, we gotta bring the colors up. Like I said, you know, I had a couple people that I was doing one-on-ones with, just to help them, you know, either try to target whatever they were weak at or whatever they were struggling with, and they were showing me these fucking dark ass charts, and I don't like that, bro. Like if you're showing me a dark ass chart and it's, you know, 8 p.m., uh, there's I don't know, there's something wrong with you. No, I'm playing. Um, but yeah, then again, you know, it's night time for me. I just want to see something more clear. So let me take this, just keep this here and just draw a little zone around here, and I'll be right back with you guys. Let me go get some water. And just in case, as long as we stay below this area, we should definitely continue down. Then again, it's Asian, so we could get a fake out. But overall, very optimistic that price can continue down. What happened here during market open and Monday, right before London closed, I thought that we were just creating a lower high and continuing down, but I believe we got some headlines for the vaccine or maybe Brexit. I'm not sure. I was actually at the hospital around that time, so I didn't know. We did get this spike up and we filled the gap, which, you know, it was kind of meant to be, as we filled already the gap from the previous week. So it was here, and we left the gap over the weekend, and that gap was already filled yesterday, right? So for now, let's just watch and sit on our fucking hands. Shit, aristocrats, boys here. There you go, pretty boys. So let's just wait and see. Um, yeah, gotta wait for that settlement. And once market settles, expect some sort of rejection range, and then we could go ahead and plan for either London Open or 9:30, right? I'm saying right like I'm Jeevan. Why am I saying right so much? Right, right. So we're gonna have Jeevan in the house soon. He's gonna break down gold. I don't know if Kerwin's gonna be here. Motherfucker should be here soon. Maybe I'll have Rakil over. I don't know. Maybe he's busy, but I'm gonna have some people around here. Get this shit popping. So I guess Jeevan is streaming from. He's making his own Zoom, but on my YouTube. That's Gucci. Perfect. So as you can see, there's like a lot of inception going on. Alright, be right back, guys. Capital Hungry in the house.
Hello, hello. How's it going? What are you guys doing tonight? Is Mack here? What's he looking at here? GJ in the 30-minute? Okay, so what do we got going on? So, can't see much. I'd like it if it was a bit more zoomed out. But if you guys are following along during the last day and a half, there's been a ton of mixed Brexit headlines causing a lot of this indecision, but still, with a lot of the pressure. Is my voice echoing? We're still with a lot of the pressure on Brexit and to form a deal, as well as borders closing. Other countries in the EU and around the world closing their borders off from flights from the UK due to the new strain coming out in the UK. If you guys heard about that, there has been this slow creeping downside move, as well as you can see any of the buy upside moves. Is my yeah? Am I getting an echo here? Shit's annoying me. No echo. Only I can hear it. Okay, it's only me. One sec. Okay, so let me continue then if you guys can't hear the echo. So what I want to say was, overall, we're still in bearish market structure with even with this mess on the intraday in this range that GJ has been in, we can still see that sellers have printed new lows for us to potentially revisit as long as we stay below the previous high that was created around 139 flat. Okay, so what I was talking about, sorry, there was an echo for me before. I couldn't even, hear anything except for my own voice. So what I was talking about was, if you guys have seen some of the economic headlines, you would know that there was another strain of coronavirus found in the UK, which that isn't going to have a negative economic impact directly. But as soon as other countries started closing off their borders from the UK and not allowing flights in from the UK, now this starts to create some negative economic impact on GBP. And there's still no resolution with Brexit, as well as a lot of uncertainty still lingers with the weakness in UK's economy. So yes, there's been some short-term optimism giving these spurts, but generally right now we're just looking at some of the intraday structure over like the last 12 to 16 hour period. You can see that once we filled that gap, which was just from that short-term market optimism with Brexit headlines over the weekend, it still wasn't enough to break that bearish market structure or break above the gap price. And since then, we have had smaller highs being created by buyers and primarily sellers in control here. So when we're seeing some of this corrective upside action versus some of the stronger seller impulsive moves, what I'm looking at on the intraday is that when you're observing technicals, as long as price stays below the previous highs created by buyers and there's not enough buyer order flow in the market to break above that, it still shows us technically that sellers are in control, and this would be a high risk, high reward sell area to start revisiting these lows. Once we have that pullback, or if we don't have that pullback and we fail to break those highs, and let's just say we start to make our way down and break this minor bullish corrective structure around 138.5, this is safer sells down for that 50 pip range down to revisit those lows. But right now, all we're seeing is that as we've had sellers create this new intraday low, and as we have some short-term indecision regarding Brexit, 1 minute there's optimistic headlines, a minute after that there's negative headlines. We still haven't had a break of structure, but we are noticing that sellers at this low have closed off some of their order flow, which is creating this pullback as buyers jump into the market to relieve those sellers out of the market from these various lower high points you guys can see, right? Which is what creates the market waves. So as long as we don't have any confirms for that extended optimism, right now we are looking to just play the structure down in high risk, high reward. Sells would be at a retest of around 138.8 or 139 flat. and safer sells would be below 138.5 because you would be breaking this corrective structure and still be well respecting the bearish market structure, of course, and you would be looking to target these previous lows. And if there's enough sellers order flow in the market, sellers to create new lows, right, and continue this overall structure and continue to play that way. So when you're mapping out the market and you're doing your analysis, and you understand, okay, if we have continued negativity regarding COVID, if Brexit has no resolution, if we have a continued respect to this bearish structure, it's going to be easy for me to play the bearish bias. But on the flip side, if we get an impulsive upside move that is supported by a fundamental catalyst, such as they say, you know what, we came to an agreement regarding the Brexit, we came to an agreement regarding the EU and UK fisheries, and we are going to settle with this, and it's an optimistic resolution, and we break this structure, then I would be looking for a break of this structure and a break of the previous highs, right? Respect this potential bullish structure if we had that sequence of events, and I would only be looking for buys on GJ if we had a break of this intraday bearish structure, a break above these previous minor highs and price sensitivity area around 139 flat, and then you can start to target back up to your ranges like 139.2, 139.5. But what I'm also trying to explain that gives you more confidence when you're executing is if you follow the fundamentals and you can digest that. If there is that market optimism, you can adapt to that shift in structure, because that optimism is going to directly lead to investors being more confident in the British pound and then buying the pound, and the value of the Japanese yen as a safe haven decreasing. But technically, it's going to print us a shift in the structure, right? So right now, what I really want to watch is how price, as it's just in this range right now, and we've already had liquidity grab to the downside. If price breaks above 138.8, I could see that squeeze to retest 139. But the significant price points I'm watching are 139 and 138.500, as well as some of these Brexit headlines. Now, this would be a lot more appealing to potentially start mapping out and setting up a trade if it wasn't coming so close to, of course, Christmas and coming towards the end of the fiscal year. As traders, there's a lot more you have to keep in mind too than just the technicals and fundamentals. You have to focus on your risk management. You have to focus on the timing of the market. You have to focus on your own emotions and how you feel mentally. So one of the things you want to keep an eye on is that we are coming towards the end of the year. There will be a lot of investors that will just be on the sidelines. We do have Thursday, the market's closing earlier, and Friday markets close Euro, UK, and North American side, of course. So you just want to keep these things in mind, and you're, of course, coming towards the end of the fiscal year, okay? But if you guys are looking for a scalp, normally Asian doesn't give the best volume, but if we zoomed in the time frames, the lower time frame, we are respecting this corrective bullish market structure. And right now we have, of course, Asian open in about 30 minutes. So with how we've already grabbed liquidity at these previous highs here, if Asian open grabs liquidity to the downside and fails to break, this would be high risk, high reward buys. And the safer buys would be breaking these previous highs and taking that up to 0.800 and the 139 highs. But that's only enough. That's only if there is that impulsive move during Asian. Usually Asian volume isn't that strong. No. And that's just because there's not essentially any real overlap, right? What's wrong? Oh, DJ? Yeah, I'm not sharing my screen. It's Mack's screen. So I'm just annotating on top of it in Zoom.
Yeah.
I can share my screen too, but
yeah,
I'll let Mack do his thing.
Share his screen, you want me to share your screen? I'm gonna make you the host so you can share the screen. That way you can, cause I think it'd be a lot better. So you and once you share it, you can give it back to me. All right. All right, guys. So
Can you
that's
guys see
Jalen's
my screen now?
Yeah, that's your
You
screen.
guys can see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm looking at is I always like to look at the lower time frames, of course, as dissective and as sharp as possible. So I'm on the 1 minute time frame, and what I was just showing you guys on the 30 minute is even though sellers have created these lows, right? We are in this corrective stage where sellers are exiting the market, and on the lower time frame, you could see we are really respecting this corrective bullish market structure, right? And slowly continuing to print highs. You can see we've already had a bit of a pullback to this structure, and we are above 138.500, which is a higher time frame key level. That's why when I was telling you guys on the intraday charts, the safest sells for me at this option when we're looking at price right now would be below 138.500. And of course, you would have to watch the reactions of the lower time frame as you make your way down and go to the following psychological price levels, right? But why would that be the safest sells? Because you would be confirming the corrective stage is coming to an end by the break of the lower time frame bullish market structure. So as soon as you confirm, let's just say to visualize on the lower time frame what I would need for safer sells, if we did have stronger volume, if it was London, if we had the right conditions, right? If it was London, we weren't coming towards the holidays, etc., etc. So let's just say price comes to retest the previous price sensitivity area, but I like which also lines up with the psychological price levels on GJ, and right here is 0.800. We failed to break 0.800, right? This is your first sign of buyers exhausting from the market. Like just like you get multiple rejections, double top, resistance form there, order block, whatever you want to call it. The terminology is up to you. It's just how you visually see it. It's buyers exiting the market, exhausting from the market. That is a high risk, high reward sell area because you're essentially trying to call a top to start jumping in sells based on those rejections at that specific price point. Okay? That's higher risk, high reward. If you have that rejection and price starts to make its way down and it breaks this bullish market structure and comes below 138.500, this is safer sells but less reward. Everything in the market is probabilities, risk versus reward. Yes, it's safer, but it's not as rewarding as the sellers that are in from these tops. But that doesn't mean you always have to get these high risk top entries. When you start to use bigger lots, especially as you progress your trading, just to give you guys like some advice from my own personal trading journey, when I started out using penny lots and I was using smaller lots, I had no problem taking the high risk entries and trying to be a hero, right? And of course it would play out because you're waiting for your confirms, etc., etc. Sometimes it wouldn't play out, and I'll explain why after. Okay, now, and I'll explain why after in detail so you understand the observation of price action. So as I started to increase my lots and increase my capital and gain more experience, right? I wanted to wait for the safer entries. I wanted to have more confirmed. Yes, it's less rewarding because let's just say we're in a sell bias and we're targeting 0.200. Of course, if you enter from 138.8 and we make our way down, you're catching this whole piece of the pie. Where if I patiently wait for my confirms, I'm catching this piece of the pie, right? But that's the whole risk to reward principle. That's how I like to dissect high risk entries, medium risk entries, and low risk entries, but also keep in the back of my mind that the lower the risk of an entry, the less reward, right? That's why I also don't like buying at tops or selling at bottoms. Yes, it can be a low risk, but the reward may not be as much, and you're probably going to get caught in a pullback. Anyways, so let's say GJ goes up to 0.800, rejects, and you start taking sells. If we come down and fail to break this bullish market structure, you have no validation to hold your high risk sells or extend your sells. This is where a lot of people fail in the observation of price, and they fail being objective, right? Just as soon as they enter that sell, now they want the market to crash. They want a 100 pip drop. They want they want their trade to pay out as fast as possible, and they start to ignore the signs right in front of them, or they don't even have the awareness to even observe price. They don't watch price action, right? And it doesn't matter if you want to look at 1 minute or you want to look at how like Wickstone Live looks at the market and price action. You have to be very objective and adaptive. Okay. So if you are in high risk sells here and price doesn't break this bullish market structure and rejects, buyers are just going to enter again and push price right back to these highs and potentially higher highs and continue to play this corrective structure. Right? That's why this is high risk sells. You have more confirms of sellers' momentum and buyers exiting the market if you break this bullish market structure and break below this higher time frame key level at 138.500. You break and retest here, then you're just going to start watching price react at previous price sensitivity areas. And if you break there, you can start to extend your trades. Right? So when I'm looking at GJ right now, and it could potentially just range, and we're looking for a scalp potentially through Asian, I would just be playing this lower time frame structure. The high risk buys would be if we have a push down here on GJ and a failure to break this structure, a failure to break 138.5, and price failed to break these previous lows, really failed to break the key level, still respect that bullish structure, this area would be the higher risk. This about 3 to 5 pip area is the higher risk buy area to potentially extend up to 138.8. The safer buys would be if we fail to break the structure, then break above these 1 minute highs to extend up to 138.8 and 139, right? I would only essentially be looking for sells on GJ if we get rejections at a high created and signs of exhaustion like I'm showing you guys, or the safest would be that exhaustion, price breaking this bullish market structure, and we know that there's more sellers momentum to revisit these lows that were created from New York. All right. The thing is, a lot of these trades are more clear or essentially run a lot smoother during London and New York. Sometimes Asian can just have liquidity grabs, test like have a 10, 15 pip impulsive move, and then essentially range, right? So we're not essentially forcing any trades coming towards Christmas and especially at Asian session. This doesn't mean Asian session doesn't move. But you have to understand that New York has the overlap of London and New York, right? Asian session really only has Sydney, which is like during the end of day. Then of course the Asian markets, and there really isn't that overlap until London, where that focus is during pre-London hours, and it's essentially called London hours, London session at that time anyways, right? So, and especially technically, Asian just happens to line up with the new daily candle just opening and setting up around that Sydney Open to Asian Open hours, right? So when we're looking at GJ right now, that's what I'd be looking for. I'd only be looking for sells really high risk is if we fail to break the highs and come below 138.500 and have a clean break below that to show more sellers momentum to revisit these lows, right? Otherwise, if we just continue to play and respect this corrective structure, I'm not going to start jumping in sells for no reason. I'm going to take those scalp buys up and continue to play with the market. And when you line up higher time frame key levels, intraday areas of interest based on market structure, and lower time frame market structure and price action, you really develop a lot of confirms, right? You really develop a lot of confirms. The only issue is your own emotional control, right? Over trading, over leveraging, it fucks all of us. We've all been there, burned. We can all be great market analyzers, and we can all take great trades, but if we don't equally work on the psychology side, we're still going to get slapped because we're going to end up over trading. You're going to trade when you're pissed off, or getting in a fight with your girl or with your boss at work, and we're just going to end up doing stupid shit, right? So that's the hardest side. I was talking to Drew about it today, where he said something he was reading in a book about that. For some of us experienced traders, if we could create an algorithm around our trading concepts and have the computer run based on our trading concepts that we have back tested, like this, like for example, the shit I'm telling you guys in the 1 minute. If I could input what I just said to you guys in a computer and it executes for me with no emotion, man, we'd be millionaires, right? So if any of you guys are extremely good developers and want to start creating an algo based on some of the concepts I got, we should work together because that would completely remove emotions out and be a whole different beast. But yeah, on GJ, it's best that we just observe this structure now. And with where we're currently sitting, and how we have Asian Open in about 19 minutes, and how we're just sort of messing around in about this 10 pip range. I do not want to execute any trade here. I would want to execute at either a break of these 1 minute highs or 0.800 buys to 139 or sells below 138.500. I only like to execute at the psychological price levels. Another good tip is in the markets, a lot of people stress and waste energy on a lot of things that they have no control over. Their stop loss getting hit, FOMO or missing out of a move going against them, right? Whatever it may be. There's a million news headline, news report, economic report, Trump tweets, doesn't matter. There's millions of things in the market that are out of our control, and too many traders focus on the things that are out of our control, and it's extremely stressful and it's extremely mentally draining. It'll literally leave you emotionally drained and tired trying to fight the market, is what I like to call it. If you try to fight the market, you're going to get knocked out 10 out of 10 times. You will never beat the market. So don't try to think that way, right? And when you understand that there's so many things that we can't control and too many people waste their energy on that, focus your energy on all of the things and aspects in your trading that you can control. You control what you trade, you control when you trade, how you trade, why you trade. Have concrete rules and planning around the control of your trading, and control as much of your trading as possible. Don't just trade every single day, every single fucking session. Too many people are sloppy in this business, right? You should know, I only trade 3 days a week. This is my trading window. Anything out of that, I don't give a fuck what happens. Yes, I can do analysis. Yes, I can observe the markets, but when I execute, it's only for this period in time. It's only during these 2-3 days. So just to have as much control in my trading as possible, right? You understand me? Why do I trade? Understand why you trade. Are you trading to pay your bills? Because when you understand why you trade, you'll have more realistic expectations. Too many people come into the market and say, I want to be rich. So then they don't know if they should close trades at $5 profit. They don't know if they should wait for $500 profit because they don't have any goals. If your goal, and Wix Don't Lie has a good point around this. He always says, if your first goal should be to pay a bill, if you're extremely new to trading and you haven't been around money and you're starting with small accounts, your first goal should be following the plan and paying a bill. Pay your phone bill, right? Pay your internet bill. Pay something and make it real, and have set concrete goals that you're following, or know why you're trading. If you're trading because you want financial freedom, that's perfectly fine. If those are your goals and if that is your dream, you have to construct a plan that is strict and that will lead to that. You will have to compound your wealth. You can't be withdrawing every single week. You can't be closing for quick little you get what I mean? Your trading plan has to be constructed around your goals. But too many people don't even know why they trade. They just want to make money. You get what I'm saying? Actually understand why you want to trade. Actually understand what you want to trade. Don't trade every single pair. You don't have to. Focus on one pair, 2 pairs, whatever it may be. But understand what you trade, why you trade, how you trade, when you trade. Have control around it, right? Just some tips I want to give there that I wish I got too, you know? But anyways, so now with Asian Open coming up in 15 minutes, I'm also looking at gold here too, because on the lower time frame, you can see that we had this very strong sell-off on gold just coming towards the end of the year. And since then, when sellers created this low, even when we've had this consolidation phase, it hasn't broken market structure. and we respected our higher time frame key level below 1883 and had a seller's impulsive move as here as well. So what I'm looking at is basically GJ and gold overnight. I might do a London stream tonight. I was gonna do it with just the private chat, but maybe I'll do a Christmas stream on London on the Capital Hungry channel too. But anyways, on gold, I'm looking as long as we remain below these previous lows, and for the new daily candle, even if we range and retest the structure and fail to break, I'm looking still to be in a sell bias, especially coming towards the end of the year, and how the US dollar is having a short-term boost. When the US dollar is having this short-term bullish boost from its macro lows. This, of course, has an inverse correlation on US dollar pairs like gold is XAU USD, Euro USD has higher potential of being bearish as well. A little bit of common sense there. USD CAD opposite, bullish, right? But anyway, so for gold, as long as the US dollar holds that short-term strength and we maintain this bearish market structure, I am in that seller's bias below 1867 and safer sells below previous lows at 1855. I would only be looking for buys really if we had a break of the structure and came above 1876.5. And then GJ is those trades I told you. But yeah, I don't want to take over everything here. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm just going to grab a drink and Mac. Yeah, cool. Do your thing. Stop
Thank
share.
you, Jivan. That was Jivan, guys, from Capital Hungry. Then again, he made it clear as possible, emphasized again on only taking 1 or 2 trades per day, only looking at either 1 or 2 pairs. Have a goal when it comes to your trading career, whatever you want to call it. That could be pay a bill, pay your phone bill, pay your electricity bill. Maybe a specific goal. Maybe just make $100 a day, $100 a week, $100 a month. Try to go ahead and write that down on a piece of paper. I mean, this is what I do. It works for me. I write down my goals. I have an OnlyFans here for some reason. I don't use it. Probably I was looking at someone's OnlyFans. Jeevan. Well, he's got to make me the host again, so I will go ahead and share my screen. Yo, Jeevan.
Don't lie, man. You used that OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah, I probably did, bro. Not gonna lie, not gonna front. I probably did. Anyway, let me just go ahead and share this. Zoom has to go on YouTube then to look at the charts. But anyway, I broke this down already on gold as well as GJ on the higher time frames. So Jeevan went in and broke it down on the smaller time frames.
Yo, you gotta share. You gotta share.
You gotta make me host, dog. How you gonna leave me like that?
You
man?
are host. You gotta share your screen though. Click the share screen. Yeah.
So host disable participant sharing screen. What the heck? No, it still says you're the host. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yo, click share screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is
right there. You're good. Right there. On GJ right now, right? Yeah, showing it.
Yeah, showing it on YouTube, but not on Zoom. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can see it on YouTube. That's what matters. As long as you guys can hear me and hear Jeevan and anyone else in the Zoom.
Yeah, go do it now. Do it now. Do it now. It's good.
Yeah, you made me.
Yeah, you don't have to make anybody host. They to share a screen. Just keep yourself host from the start.
Oh, okay. How do I do it? So you could share the screen.
I just click it myself and share a screen whenever you want me to, you know?
All right,
okay, cool.
So like I said, you guys want to stay protected. This is when risk management comes in. That's why I have a face shield on. Just clowning around, you have to do it. But like I said, I broke GJ down on the 15 as well as the 30-minute. We're expecting this to get rejected, creating a lower high so we could continue down as long as we stay between this range. I'm not taking any trades. I'm not risking anything. Christmas is around the corner. I don't want to lose my funds. I might have to buy something for a girl, so I don't know yet. Anyway, so as long as we stay below 138.800 and we don't have a clean break above this area, the structure can still continue to be bearish, and we could be looking for sells on small caps as 8 a.m. is it's 10 minutes away. We could see volume come into the market, and we might be able to see a slight push to the downside. Again, we only aim for 10 to 15 pips, especially during Nation. We might be looking at gold as well, so seeing on the smaller time frames how we are still ranging between this area. This is, give me 1 second, 1868 down to 1857. We could retest this small wick here. Well, it's a huge wick at 1861 if we could keep breaking these lows. But just keep in mind that we have to break below 1860 just to continue down and get that out for 40 pip for dollar squeeze to the downside. Downside. Sorry about that. Get some water. I do want to go ahead. What broker do I use? I use Trader's Domain. It's right here on the screen. Left side, left, right side corner. Left side corner, guys. Down below here. Down below. Come on, man. Like it clearly says right there, the Trader's Domain. My spreads are tight. How I like it, tight. I want to go ahead and break down charts from you guys. I want to see something coming in from you guys. I don't want to be the one just hoarding this whole session. I want to see how we can help you guys when it comes to a chart. Try to go ahead and send it. The only thing you need to do is just take a snapshot. Once you take a snapshot, I'm going to go ahead and send it directly to Ted's phone so he can review it. I'm fucking around. I'm going to go ahead and review it by clicking on a new tab, opening this screenshot, and going to replace the last code right after X. And there you go. That's the only thing that I need, just the code after X. So I copy that, and then I paste it here. Shit, my fucking voice. And that's what I'll be able to see. And from here, go ahead and annotate and see, oh, you're fucking up big time, dude. Or you're doing great, Breaking news logo is covering the pair well. The pair is GJ. I mean, you could definitely know the pair by the price. Right? And again, I don't want to get into details on that. But if you don't know the price, you don't know what you're trading, just ask and somebody should be able to tell you. These are the main pairs that I trade. On the right side, you can see GJ and XAUUSD, which is gold. Sometimes I look at EJ if we get a clean break on the 1 hour. For example, if we do get a clean break below this area and we retest again 1 to 26 to continue to then continue down on the 1 hour, that would be a good trade for me on EJ, but I hardly look at it. Watermark is down there too in the back. Yeah, the big ass watermark here. But anyway, I don't want to make it obvious. I don't want to sound like a dick. But yeah, you can see the pair on the back. It's a huge watermark. Then again, I haven't traded. The only trade that I took was on gold when we got that break above 1900 and the squeeze to the top to 1906. Since then, I haven't looked at it. I don't want to look at it because I got stopped out nasty. It dropped almost fucking $50 dollars. That's 500 pips, and I missed that. I got stopped out around even before London Open. So around 2 a.m. I believe on Sunday night. Already Monday. Huge, yeah, Monday night. So then again, for GJ as well as gold, we have to see some sort of structure settlement, so we can get some range and a clean break below key areas like 1857 for gold or 1868 on the top to the upside. I cannot follow it not knowing the pair and time frame. Well, the pair, it's right here, and the time frame is on the side. Abil. And the price can kind of tell you that too. But anyway, we learn. we're not dicks in here. We want to go ahead and teach you as much as possible. So on DJ looking at it, we might do. Can hear, you can hear. I'm gonna go ahead and put my headsets on. If you can hear, maybe it's a speaker.
Yo, can you share your chart?
Yeah. Give me 1 second, Vince, because I have to do it on Zoom. Okay.
All right.
So can you guys hear me better now? Breaking news logo is covering the. Are you being Are you fucking with me now right now, Nabil, bro? Like seriously? I'm gonna make someone a host, and can you guys go ahead and just kick her out or something? Fucking Christ! How the fuck can you not see the pair and the fucking price and the time frame? Because oh my butt.
Just make your browser a little bit smaller, bro. Just shrink your browser.
All right, let me calm down. I just had an outburst. Somebody on the fucking gulag, bro. Anyway.
Yo, if traders can't tell the pair based on the rate, they shouldn't be trading.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like a dick, but there you go. That's it. That's it. Simple as that. Facts. So always, that's not gonna change. So that's it, bro. I can't make the chart any smaller, any bigger. I think it's perfect the way it is. If you can't see the price, you definitely need a bigger monitor.
I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my. Oh, you disable screen sharing?
No, I have to make you host just to do that because then I have to like change it on the preferences. Yeah, because you wanna do it, or you want me to go? Okay, let me do it. So let me go ahead and. All right, go. Shit. Yeah, no wonder. So even if I make you host, yeah, you can only make a host. Yeah, I'm clicking make host and it's not letting me. It's probably like once per session, I guess. Yeah, just leave it as it is. Yeah, right here. Boom. You want to keep it as it is like that? No, just leave it like that. I don't use trend lines. This is just for visual aids. We wanna. Oh, all right.
If it breaks that, it comes below 0.500, then it's a sell opportunity. If it still respects the structure, it creates a support at Asian Open right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then again, this is from this is only a 10 pip move. If you take an entry right now from 0.600 down to 0.500, but cleaner sales, right? Cleaner sales will be below 500 as Given specified before, and then again you have another range down to 0.400, so it's another 10 pip range. So basically as long as soon as DJ um, as DJ comes in with Asian.
Mac, are you okay?
No, I'm talking to someone right now. Give me 1 second.
Oh, it's just
Yeah, my bad. No, it was my grandma. My grandma. Mommy. So yeah, then again, let me go ahead and put it on the smaller time frames. I don't want to, we have people here asking for the fucking price and shit. So let me just keep it on at least on the 15. We don't want to be that rude.
down first. It doesn't have an upper wick just yet. So now if it starts to create a support where it's just sitting at here in the lower time frame, that's what I'm watching the reaction we were looking at there, right? But otherwise, we're only looking for the sell below 0.500 in the break of that structure. And usually if you are, someone said,
You can't hear you.
someone said gold flying, and it went up like, yeah.
No fucking way. These fucking people.
I like the way that he's like, if you are gonna trade Asian for Asian stuff, that's the opportunity to have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes, and then usually the next 30-minute candle, more volume comes in. So take off. That makes more sense.
All right, so as we seen right